Welcome to Zenful Conversations. We're here in this community for women every single day, and we're in our 6th year. It's been amazing, every single one of these conversations, but this year is leaving me speechless, which you know is not easy. The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo is the book that we're going over. Excuse me, you don't need to buy anything. We're here every single day. The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo, this New York Times bestseller, is described as having the life you want by being present to the life you have. And the message we're offered for this day number 1877 is titled The Life of a Caretaker. Oh, this is going to be an important message. The life of a caretaker. As I understand it, which I am not in the medical field, but I think that all of us women seem to have this caretaker part side of us. It is nothing like what the profession is like, especially since COVID, and I think people in general are a little more unruly. So that's a whole nother level. So this message may be very powerful. It may be triggering. It could be anything. What I do know is this conversation this year, this practice, this conversation this year is asking us to let loose of our tightness, our grip on things, on the amazing amount of stimulation and hurdles and everything, and be with our breath. And you can feel everything soften there. Your jaw, just feel it all soften from there. And let's just listen to his message. So the message we're offered for this day number 1877 is titled The Life of a Caretaker. Accept this gift so I can see myself as giving. I have been learning that the life of a caretaker is as addictive as the life of an alcoholic. Here, the intoxication is the emotional relief that temporarily comes when answering a loved one's need. Let's hear that. Let's hear that. The intoxication is the emotional relief that temporarily comes when we're able to answer a loved one's need. Recognize that emotional relief. Though it never lasts, in the moment of answering someone's need, we feel loved. While much good can come from this, especially for those the caretaker attends to, the care itself becomes a drink by which we briefly numb a worthlessness that won't go away unless constantly doused by another shot of self-sacrifice. So, let's back up and breathe with this. Let's get a handle on this. Because this is going to be strong. This is coming in strong, depending on our level of caretaking throughout our lives, which I suspect many of us have had to be caretakers on some level. Let's hear it again. So the emotional relief that temporarily comes when we're able to feel the need for someone we love, but though it never lasts, in the moment of answering that, we feel love. So I can recognize that feeling as like, your eyes meet. Everything's good for a second there, right? We feel loved. And while much good can come from this, especially for our patient there, the care itself becomes a drink by which we briefly numb a worthlessness that won't go away unless constantly doused by another shot of self-sacrifice. So let's just breathe with that and let that land where it lands and see what he's got to say. It all tightens until what others need is anticipated beyond what is real, and then, without any true need being voiced, an anxiety to respond builds that can only be relieved if something is offered or done. So I gotta hear it again. I gotta hear it again. So that all tightens until what others need is anticipated beyond what is real. And then, without any true need being voiced, an anxiety to respond builds that can only be relieved if something is offered or done. Let's take a breath. At the heart of this is the ever-present worry that unless doing something for another, there is no possibility of being loved. So the needs of others stand within reach like bottles behind a bar that, try as he or she will, the caretaker cannot resist. I have experienced this even in the simple issue of calling a loved one while away from home. Even when no one expects to hear from me, I can agonize over whether to call. Do we hear this? I have experienced this even in the simple issue of calling a loved one while away from home. Even though no one expects to hear from me, I can agonize over whether to call. Often unable to withstand the discomfort of not registering some evidence of my love, I will end up going to great lengths to call. In truth, caretaking, though seeming quite generous, is very self-serving, and its urgent self-centeredness prevents a life of genuine compassion. In all honesty, to heal from this requires as rigorous a program of recovery as alcoholics enlist, including sponsors who will love us for who we are. Within one's self, the remedy of spirit that allows for true giving resides somewhere in the faith to believe that each of us is worthy of love just as we are. Let us take a deep breath with this message. I'm sometimes indecisive about whether to talk about what I experienced receiving this, or sharing what I received from this experience of this message today. But when I do that, it changes what you experience. So I'm torn a lot of times there, because I want you to experience what you need to experience without my 2 cents. I found this super triggering. But once I can get past that trigger, there is something I can hold on to here, because I know that agony of, should I call? I need to call, but why? Nobody's expecting that. Okay, big deal. You got there, fine. We knew it. People all find out something's wrong. But this is it. My need to show that I love them somehow. So it's something I need to do. It's something that's bothering me, because I need to show that. To me, if I can get past the trigger of this insult of, what do you mean? Because I wasn't self-serving when I was caretaking for somebody, and this and that. I could feel that that's ego right now, even as just saying that. Coming from, if I drop more into this place of love within, but that needing to call to, what did he say? Right here, unable to withstand the discomfort of not registering some evidence of my love. And maybe, this has even that, so we're talking about different levels of this worthiness that we've been talking about over the years. But, when you get somebody really clingy, it's because they don't feel worthy, and they go, I love you, and they say, I love you too much. It's almost like, back off a little bit. You're too in my space. But this is them. They are unable to withstand the discomfort of not registering some evidence of their love. So this is how I'm feeling it. Let's hear the meditation we're offered. Let's take a breath and calm it down. Ooh, relax the jaw, soften and settle. If you're able to close your eyes, please do. Center yourself. So bring yourself to your center with that breath. Just calm yourself and be in your center. Soft and settled. Relaxed jaw. And bring to mind a loved one you seem to meet more than halfway. Bring to mind a loved one that you seem to meet more than halfway. Now, meditate on what makes you take that extra step. What makes you take the extra step? Imagine them loving you if you did nothing. Imagine loving yourself if you did nothing. Breathe and do nothing until you feel a sense of love rising for yourself. Take a deep breath in and let the breath go. Gently open your eyes. Very powerful message for the ladies that just signed up yesterday. But I'm telling you, this book is amazing. It's profound. And I invite you to this practice with me. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow, as this is recorded, Wednesday, March 20th at 4 p.m. Eastern, we have guest speaker Phyllis Ginsburg will be with us. This is a free conversation open to the public. It's via Zoom, interactive. You can ask your questions if you have any, or you can just come by and listen. Grab your favorite beverage, find a comfortable place to sit, and just join us for some conversation. It's no charge, it's via Zoom. Please sign up at zenfulconversations.com and join us. Let's have a good time. There's a lot of strong energies going on anymore. And this is a safe space for us to let it loose for a bit. Just let it down for a bit. It ain't going anywhere. So we might as well find these little time slots where we can enjoy ourselves with some good conversation. See you ladies tomorrow in gratitude. Namaste.